Hello, you lovely, lovely people. Welcome back. Now, she's about to give birth, only a couple of weeks, and she's still in our garden doing the weeding. Look, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Anyway, this conversation is about a similar thing. Not weeding the garden, but having a younger, partner, wife. Are you up to it? Because you might be doing things that you haven't done for 20 years. When you get older, like going out here, going out there, wanting to do this, wanting to do that. And a lot of you might not think about it, but it's not just you anymore. If you have a younger partner, I'm talking about here, if you've got an older partner, then the chances are, you're both going to be, more relaxed and not wanting to go out as much as what you used to. And if you're planning on having a family here, which we have, you know that, are you ready for that? Because people, believe me, you will be needed to do things with your son or your daughter. And when you've got a son, you know what they like. Dad, I want to do this. Dad, I want to do that. So you've got to really think about these things, because it's not fair if you're one of these people who go and see your mum. Go and see your mum. You're like, I'm too old to be doing this. I'm too old to be doing that. Well, you should have thought about that before you put it there, shouldn't you? It's, the child didn't ask to get born into this world, and it didn't ask for a father to be past it. And I don't mean past it as you're on death's door. I'm getting out to some people, it's so hot. I mean past it where you don't want to do things, with your kids. It's not fair. It's not fair on the kids. Now, my days are long gone of lying in bed in the morning and just thinking, I'll just have that extra 5 minutes. No. 6 o'clock every morning, 6:30 latest, my son is up all the time. And he's got this routine where it's daddy, it's not mammy. Daddy, come on, we'll do this, we'll do that. And I'm like, hold on, son, wait till I have that cup of coffee in that. I can only drink about a quarter of the cup of coffee before he's on me like a rash. And he wants to do this and he wants to do that. Now, luckily enough, as luck would have it, I'm still very active. Is it out of choice? I don't think so. I think it's like I'm very active because I know that I need to be. And I know that I need to be for my health as well, because as you get older, you start to seize up, you lose muscle mass, and you lose your strength as you get older. And you might not realise it, but you do. So having Kaylin, and then another one in a few weeks, keeps me on my toes and it keeps me active. He doesn't want to do things with his mum. It's always daddy. He's a daddy's boy. And he wants to do things with me all the time. So you've got to think to yourself, if you're planning on doing this, make sure you have the strength. And not just the strength, but also the willingness to do it. Because it's so easy just to say, I'll do it tomorrow, son. Or daughter, pet. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes, does it? And the kids don't forget, So I'm doing things every day with Kaylin, every single day of the week. And I wouldn't want it any other way. When he first came along, and for the first year, obviously, kids are not very active, are they? They just eat, sleep, and do the other thing. But then when he started to becoming more active, then I was thinking, am I cut out for this again? Am I? And it's difficult. It's difficult to get yourself back into that routine of being a father again. And it's not just being a father by putting it there. It's being a father by doing fatherly things, like things with your kids. Now, I know someone who's a foreigner and he's quite old and he doesn't do anything with his kids. He doesn't do anything. Go and see your mum. Go and see your mum. Well, that's not right, is it? You know, and that's because he hasn't got the energy or the inclination. Now, like I said, it's not the kid's fault that he's being brought into the world. You know, we put it there. We are equally as responsible as your partner. And we should be taking it upon ourselves to be a father, doing the things that they want to do. So think about this, people. You know, before you do it, think about it. And there's Jackie behind us. And you know, having like a younger partner, they want to do things that you might not ordinarily want to do if you're older. So there's a lot of, you know, it might be all well and good thing, and yeah, I've got a younger partner. Wow, brilliant. But can you fulfill that a relationship needs in every way, shape, or form? And you know what I'm talking about. Not just going out here and there, but also the closeness. Because I tell you something, people, and you might not need telling, or, you know, is if you can't, they will look somewhere else, because everybody, we all know, like a relationship, a real relationship is not just going out, it's closeness as well. You know, it's behind closed doors when the light's off, if you like the light on or light off. I'm just saying, you know, and you've got to be up for that. There's a lot of things to consider. It's not just having that trophy, as you know, some might think. It's, oh, look at my trophy. There's a lot more to it, people. There's a lot more to it if you want it to last. If you want it to last. And I don't want to bounce about, you know, going from this to that to that to this. I'm settled, and I've been settled, you know, since I've been with Mira, really. And when Kaylin came along, oh, honest to God, and I'm not going to lie, I was very apprehensive. And yes, like I've just talked about, you know, we should have, you know, I should have thought about all this. But of course, I didn't think it through, did I? At the time, I'm thinking, have I still got what it takes? Have I still got the energy and the stamina? And it did worry me. It did. Because I thought, you know, if my son's born and I can't do this and I can't do that, it's going to be no life for him. But luckily for me and my son, I'm still able to do it. And early this morning in this baking heat, we were kicking a ball about. And I was quite surprised at how active and how my stamina still is. And I want to keep it like this. So this is part and parcel of taking on this land, because it keeps me active. And also, Kaylin, he likes doing little bits and pieces around here. I think he's more of a hindrance than anything else, but at least his heart is in the right place and he thinks he's helping. He thinks he's helping. You know, people, you know, when we come, because, you know, when we come to these places, okay, you know, and a lot of us do come for the women. Come on, let's be honest about it. Probably most of us do. And we don't think of the long term, or many don't think of the long term. Like, God, you know, I'm okay now, but you know, what am I going to be like in a few years' time? Am I still going to have it? Am I still going to be active? Got to think about all these things. And you've got to do everything you possibly can to keep active. You know, eat the right foods. And am I preaching? Perhaps I am. I don't know. But, you know, try and take more care of yourself. Whereas, you know, like you're in the West, you're on your own. You just slouch around, don't you? I can't remember the last time I've sat and watched TV. Except with my son, when he's been watching YouTube, he's been watching Ranger Albie or Alfie or something, and the dinosaurs. That's the only time I sit and watch TV. Now, ordinarily, many of us back in our country might be happy sitting watching the TV and doing nothing, having a couple of pints with your mates, maybe at the weekend, and that's it. Well, when you've got a relationship here with a younger partner and you've got kids, you can't be expected to do them things all the time. You know, you've got to be like you was 20 years ago, or even 30 years ago, some of us. And you've got to have that willingness to do it. Like my son sometimes, and I'm worn out after working in here, And he'll say, Dad, can we go to the river? And I'm thinking, oh God, what time is it? It's 4 o'clock. It's still hot. And I'll say, yeah, come on then. And then we'll go. But once I've done it, I'm so happy that I have, because I can see my son is so happy because I've taken the time, because he doesn't realise that, you know, I've been working all day here, sweating my lungs out. He just thinks, Dad, it's my time now, come on. You said we'll go somewhere later. That's what he remembers. He remembers that. He doesn't think, oh, Dad's tired. Dad's tired. No, let Dad have 10 minutes. You know, let Dad have a little lie down. Nah, he doesn't think of them things. And this is what we have to think about, people. And I mean, I wouldn't change my life for the world, but I'm just trying to get across as, think about yourself. I mean, if you're not up for it, then don't have kids. Don't have kids. Don't have kids in your older years if you're not up for it. Because like I said, it's not fair on the kids, is it? It's not fair. And now we've got this other child coming, and he's a boy as well. So he's going to be just like Ken. He's going to be just as active. So what I'm doing now, I'm really watching my diet. I mean, I'm not big. I'm slim, as you probably all know. I'm slim. But I'm taking care of my diet as I'm cutting out crap. Not all of it, but I'm cutting out crap. I'm eating more vegetables than I ever have in my life, even if they're fresh or not, where we live. I'm still eating them. And I'm taking care of myself a heck of a lot more. I've cut down on my drinking. I've cut down on my drinking, so it's nearly at zero. Nearly at zero. But when I do have a drink, I do have a drink. I will be the first to say that. But I can go days and days and weeks, without having a drink. Even months. But when I feel like having a drink, I do. I don't just have one or two. I kind of hit it. In the next couple of days, I think, God, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Because your kids, they don't give your headache any respect, or your hangover any respect. They don't care about that. It's, Dad, come on. You promised you'd take us out. And your head's banging. You're spinning. You're still seeing stars. You still got to get up, and you've still got to do those same things that you would if you hadn't had a drink. This is Doy over here, and he's helping me. Can you see him? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. He's down there, and we're preparing the land for this land over here. We're preparing it now. I'll show you, people, okay? But we are preparing it now for trees, to actually get the trees in and get them established before the rainy season. So as you can see, it's a big difference, people. I've been working my nuts off, and Doy has. But look, it's coming up now. And you saw what it was like before. But now we're leveling it, taking out all the roots, apart from the big trees that we can't get out. And this has got to be done here. So this is what he's undoing now. Leveling all this, getting out all the sods that were there from the coconuts. And it's all going to be like this, where I'm walking now. Like it is over there. And, he's my other helper. He is down here, look. I don't know if you can see him. But he's just taking a look. So this should be planted. Why won't that turn round? It is turn round. This will be planted next week. And there's 78 trees going in this bit here. Is it 68? Take that back. 68. 3 meters apart. 3.5 meters apart. Grafted dwarf lands on this Long Kong trees. The same as this down here. But anyway, people. You alright, Doy? Say hello to the... Oh, I'm spinning around in the wrong direction, people. He's doing a good job, John. He's doing a good job. I couldn't do it. I've give up now. It's too hot for me. I'm melting. I'm like an ice cube. I'm just the shadow of the man I was. Ah, God. It's like, your whole liquid in your body just comes out. Continually comes out. Anyway, people, that's it. I will see you later. Over and out. Just bearing in mind.